Well, as ZANU-PF, we only recognize properly constituted bodies. We have the War Veterans Association, which is one of the first affiliates of ZANU-PF. We have a representative of war veterans in the Politburo itself, who speaks on behalf of war veterans. Actually, there are two, a secretary for the war veterans and his deputy. They are both within the Politburo and they speak on behalf of war veterans. I think we need to disabuse also the people of Zimbabwe on the issue of seniority of war veterans. When war veterans came from the war, as from my understanding of history, some chose to go home, some chose to join the army, some the police, some the civil service, some went into private venture. But the seniority of war veterans is pre-1980. Anything that followed after 1980, this was now a different Zimbabwe. It was no longer a period of war veteranship. So seniority after 1980 does not equate seniority during the Liberation War. So it is something that we need to understand, in as much as people will speak their minds and have their opinions, which is their constitutional right, and which as ZANU-PF we defend. We defend everyone's right to speak their mind. We seek to correct the issue of people that who claim to speak on behalf of people on a position of post-1980 seniority. That is an abuse of the history of the struggle and the history of the party. War veterans are a vital cog of the party, of the nation, of the history of Zimbabwe that can never be taken away. There can be no Zimbabwe without the war veterans and the efforts, as well as the efforts of the Chimbwidos and the ordinary citizens who were the water in which they were the fish. So everyone who participated within the efforts to liberate Zimbabwe are a vital cog on that matter. So we cannot take that period of sacrifice and apportion representativeship upon yourself willy-nilly, because it was not an easy period. As ZANU-PF, we have members of the war veterans who represent war veterans' interests and who communicate with us. And as far as we are concerned, the war veterans are fully behind KEP 3. If an individual war veteran somewhere might have a problem with that, that is not a problem. That is the democracy and the freedom of opinion we fought for, that they fought for. So they are simply exercising their right and we respect that. But they do not represent. They represent themselves.